Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Ariana if you already don't know me, and this is my rebrand of my podcast, Fangirl Chats. I always get confused when filming YouTube videos and podcast episodes because I feel like my editing is very the same. I've never really changed anything, and when it comes to editing my podcast episodes, I feel the need to edit it a certain way, but it doesn't always work out that way. I don't know, that it probably doesn't make any sense, but yeah, today we're going to talk about my rebrand and basically what the episodes are going to be looking like and how they should be like every week. I want to start getting into my YouTube grind, so this is me pre-filming my episodes. And hopefully this goes well, and hopefully I have time to film the other episodes, but it'll be fine. I trust the process. Today's drink of choice is also a Shirley Temple 7-Up because I've been hooked on these. And they're just way too good. And also, Summer Fridays. I love Summer Fridays so much. I'm their biggest fan. But yeah. Alright, so we're gonna get into the episode. So the first segment I want to talk about is any new music that just came out, new albums, which there is an album that just came out, Chromakopia by Tyler the Creator. I've heard very mixed opinions about it. A lot of my coworkers like it, regardless they are male. But in my opinion, to be honest, I wasn't the biggest fan of Call Me If You Get Lost. It was much different than how I would picture it. I don't even know what I'm saying right now. Honestly, the first album that I memorized from front to back is Igor. And then obviously I went to Flower Boy. And then once Call Me If You Get Lost came out, I was just okay, so this is different. This is a new thing he's trying to do. And with Chromakopia, it's a lot of mixture of how his other albums are. It's good. There's a 50-50 in my opinion that are good. Let me pull up the songs. Chromakopia. Also, this is my new computer. I have it for school, but I thought it would be pretty cool to add it in for my YouTube episodes. Also, my dog's right here, so if you see any movement, this is my dog right here. I don't know what she's doing. Alright, so starting off with Say Chroma featuring Daniel Caesar, we all had a suspicion that he was in this album just from the little teaser that he was showing, and honestly, first song of the album, amazing. So good. Next one was Ratata. That one was first listen, I was just okay, this is not my favorite. Between those two songs, Saint Chroma's on top. Yeah, so Ratata wasn't my favorite out of all of them, and looks like views wise isn't as well. The Noid came afterwards, which Noid was his single off the album, and in my opinion was really good. Singles were on top. I feel he knew what he was doing, and he just knew, it's Tyler the Creator, he knows, he's an insider or something. But one of my favorites, number 4 is Darling I, featuring Tizo Touchdown. I believe Tizo Touchdown opened up for him in his last tour for Call Me If You Get Lost. I could be wrong. Darling I is so good. It's a mixture of Flower Boy, okay, after listening to Igor for the first listen, and I was obsessed with it, and I went on to more of his music, my favorite album of Tyler is Flower Boy. It's just a good album. I'm probably, it's because I'm female, and I have a certain opinion when it comes to music, but I love Flower Boy. That's probably my favorite. It has to be my favorite. No doubt. Number 5 is Hey Jane. Hey Jane was also really good. So coming from Darling I to Hey Jane, amazing. And then just from those 5, that's what I'm saying. Rat-ta-ta was not my favorite. It was probably my last out of those 5. And then came I Killed You. It wasn't my favorite. I think Rat-ta-ta wasn't. Oh, wait, wow. I Killed You is well, there's 3. I'm gonna just sum it up. 300k views. Rat-ta-ta has 400k. Maybe I need to listen to it, but I just didn't like the second song. I don't know why. It Could Just Be Me. Then after that, Judge Judy. Amazing song. Amazing song. Right after that, Sticky featuring Glorilla. Oh my god, I can't speak. Sticky featuring Glorilla, Lil Wayne, and Sexy Red. That one was really good too. Like, it wasn't like I listened to the album. I had to stop because I went to school, and then I had to listen. I was on TikTok scrolling, and they literally like put it on blast, like Sticky featuring Glorilla. I'm like, oh my god, okay, I need to listen to this album. So I listened to the album, and that's what I was like, damn, that song's really good. It's so good. And I like how he has 14 songs in this album, which is pretty standard for an album. But a lot of his songs are longer. They're like almost 5 minutes long. But I'll say the first half of his album was pretty good. Like, coming from 7, well, I'm gonna say 8 too, because 8 was Sticky. 8 and up, amazing songs. Like, I could listen to those. But coming from Take Your Mask Off, Tomorrow, Thought I Was Dead, Like Him, Balloon, and Hope You Find Your Way Home, they weren't my favorite. And maybe it's because I was just listening on the go, like, just listening to it wasn't my favorite. But from, like, views wise, it looks like Tomorrow is the least listened, which is kind of crazy. Almost a tie with I Hope You Find Your Way Home. So his beginning started off really well, and that makes me think that there's gonna be more songs coming out for his deluxe, if he does a deluxe. But I'm pretty sure he will. You know, we got the Call Me If You Get Lost deluxe album, so I believe it'll come up somehow in the conversation. But I just think his album is incomplete. It feels like almost like, I don't know. It should be a little bit more, I just feel like it's incomplete because it doesn't sound like it's fully done. Or maybe he rushed it a little bit. Because to be fair, his tour announcement did come, like, he started selling tickets the day after. So it just came out Monday. Today is Wednesday, the 30th. His album came out Monday. And then I just don't understand the concept of that timing, because yeah, there's Tyler the Creator fans, but I somehow knew this album wasn't going to be that good to be like, oh, I need to buy tickets. Especially, I think he's playing at the Intuit Dome in LA. So I was just like, nah, that's like too much anyway. So I was just like, I don't need to do all that, honestly. And so yeah, I didn't buy any tickets, but I am seeing him at Camp Flognog, which is in literally like 3 weeks, which is crazy, guys. Like, I can't even process that. I just bought my outfits. I need to talk about Camp Flognog, like, separately after I finish the Tyler the Creator rant, but let's listen to a little bit Annoyed, because I know that one actor who was in The Bear, isn't it? I love her. She's, like, so pretty too. Like, his music video too, I just don't understand. Like, you have all this hype and then come out with this kind of album. And this album, I would rate it a 7.5 out of 10. I already said, I think there's a deluxe album coming soon, and I think those are going to have the best songs. But yeah, we're not going to finish that song because I don't want to get copyrighted, but yeah. Now I'm going to transition to Camp Flognog. Alright, so my last YouTube video, I showed you guys me trying to like try to unscramble the crossword that Tyler came out with. It was like just to figure out who's on the set list or who's on the lineup, and the lineup came out 4 weeks before. It's crazy. 4 or 5 weeks before the actual event went on, and I bought tickets in July. It was October when it came out, which is crazy to me, but yeah. But we're going to talk about Camp Vlognog for a second, because I was a little upset with the people who were on lineup, because I was just like, these are people I already suspected to be there, but I didn't expect them to be like the main headliners. Like, I didn't think they were like that good enough to be on that main headlining stage. And to be fair, I think it makes sense on why Daniel Caesar's there, because obviously he's on Chromacopia. But any other one else, the people, sorry, the people that I'm excited for, the Marias, I'm already seeing them open at Billie Eilish. Omar Apollo, I just saw him. I'm excited to see him again and actually get merch, because I didn't get merch at this Hollywood Bowl show. But yeah. And then I'm trying to think who else is going. Oh, Faye Webster. I've never seen her in concert, so I'm excited to see her. Playboi Carti, never seen him, but I know it's gonna be really hectic because of him. And I feel like Tyler literally spent all his money on Carti just to be there, and it's like, because people have been pushing him, like, get Carti on the set lineup, but it's like, do we really need Carti on this lineup? Like, let's be for real. But yeah, same with like Camp Flog Gnaw. I felt like there was like, he was like hiding some headliners and then he's gonna release them, but I really doubt it's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen at all, actually. Sadly, but yeah. The next segment we're gonna talk about is pretty much like how general admission pit goes when it comes to the Kia Forum. The Kia Forum over the years has become very popular for artists to go after they hit like number one on like Billboard charts. I would say, who's a good example of that? Conan Gray. I just saw him at the Forum. Although his album didn't do too well, like Found Heaven was really like, he's a good performer and he's a good like artist to like put on like a show. And speaking of show, Niall Horan was just at the Forum. So like there'll be like big artists who like play the Forum, but there'll also be like very small artists as well. I just saw Cigarettes After Sex. They were there, and last time I saw them, they were at the Greek Theater, which regardless, the Greek Theater is smaller, but it doesn't look like if you like don't sell out your tickets, it doesn't seem like that because the seats are like outdoors and like whatever, the lighting. But yeah, I just saw them, and there was a lot of people there, surprisingly. A lot of people there, and like I have a few friends that had went too, and I was just like, oh, okay, like that's kind of cool. But this topic I want to talk about is pit. I've been to the Forum pit 3 times. It's gonna be 5 times. Sorry, it's gonna be 5 times this end of December. My first ever time I was in pit was for Harry. It was Harry Styles Love on Tour 2021 night 1, where he wore the green outfit, and this is what I wore right here. And guys, number 1 rule: if you are someone who can deal with like comfort, like you're like comfort, or say that you're comfort over style or style over comfort, wear what you want to wear. If you're not if you don't like want to be uncomfortable the whole night while you're in pit, like sardines in the pit, like just wear something you're comfortable with. I've learned that the hard way. Yeah, so this is like the show that I went off on my own in the pit. My sister was in the back with my mom, and obviously Harry had a 360 stage, but it still wasn't like packed to the rim, so like I was in the back. Like I could have been like more upwards, but I decided to stay back with my mom. But yeah, I was still like up there and pretty close. But to pretty much sum it up, this is when Harry was like not as big yet. Like I feel like he got much more bigger when Harry's House came out. So he was touring with Love on Tour, which he was resuming his tour from when it was pre-COVID. But yeah, this concert will forever go down in one of the history books on like my concert list, because it was my first ever Harry show. Like seeing him that close too was phenomenal. Obviously he's a great performer, obviously the big flag behind me, but yeah, I was blown away that night and came out with my voice gone. That's all I could say. And then the second night that I got pit, or the second show that I got pit was, believe it was Harry again, November 2nd. Oh my gosh, it's going to be this Sunday, November 2nd, like 3 years ago, I think, or 2 years ago, 2022. He wore the green outfit again. No, he wore the blue and pink striped outfit. This show was very fun too because I was like second row. I was like a person behind barricade, so close to barricade. And my rules when it comes to pits for any show at the forum, whether it's a big artist, small artist, if you love this person, go early. I went early for Harry and Olivia. I saw Olivia Rodrigo. Olivia was a different story though because I believe, yeah, we had VIP packages, so it was like total different. Or sorry, did we have VIP? Yeah, we had VIP packages, and it was a total different story. It was just like so much going on. So I'll give you like the rundown of like both sides, like VIP packages or not. For if you don't have any packages, if the artist does not have any if the artist does not have any packages whatsoever, neither do you, and you're in pit general admission. The rules are, I personally get there. This is up to you. I personally get there around 4 a.m. It's funny because for Harry, we got there like 4 a.m. too. 4 a.m. You get wristbands from the Kia Forum, like a Kia Forum wristband with like a number on it at 9 a.m. So take that as you will. 9 a.m. wristbands. You walk down. You just show them you have general admission. They give you the wristband, and usually you'll like have to ask them like what time should we be back by, or like people will tell you. For Harry, the first time we got pit, 2021. That was like 3 years ago, which is crazy because it seems like so much farther. But the first time we got pit, I literally stayed there the whole day. Like, you can go home. That's a thing. Parking wise, I believe you can park in the parking lot, or you can park on like the side streets. But that's up to you if you want to get your car towed, because I don't know the exact rules. I always get dropped off. But yeah, and you get wristbands and you can go home. I believe I came back for Olivia. For VIP packages is different though. Let me speak on that before I get lost. VIP packages, if there's like two different things, there's like regular GA and VIP packages. VIP packages, usually they don't get to line up early just because they already get early admission usually, if that provides it. It's usually just like regular GA who have nothing packages just get lined up. And we learned that at Wallows, they had VIP packages, and they had to wait there like until like their actual call time, which I think their call time was like 2 or 3. So they were there like whatever hell early in the morning, and we got our wristbands and went home and then came back, and that was fine. But yeah, I can't imagine like how long they waited. And it was also hot too. Like, it was midsummer, and I just cannot imagine that. But yeah. And then Olivia, we came back with packages. So we got their regular time. It's strange because Olivia's pit, she only had packages. So everyone can line up. So we got there. We were like 44 and 45 in line, which is very well. Like, I was not expecting that whatsoever, even though I thought she was like Carrie, we got like 300 one time, which was crazy to me. And then like 70 the next time, I think. But yeah, so Olivia, we got our numbers. We came back at our call time. They had like a little VIP booth. Like, whatever they tell you at your wristbands, just follow that rule. Because if VIP booth, we pick up our stuffs. And then once you're like arrived, they start setting up people by the order of your number on your wristband. And by that, like, if there's no VIP, nothing, you just line up like normal. If there is VIP, they're gonna let the VIP people go first, and then like the regular people who just have like regular wristbands, from the forum. Sorry, I was blinking right now. VIP first, and then it's the Kia Forum wristbands, and then people who came last, whatever. And they line them up by numbers anyway, so you'll be perfect at the spot. Like, it'll be pretty much like even and stuff, but that pretty much is how it works. And then once you get inside, you start lining up. It takes a while, but you get an hour in. You get in an hour before regular doors open. So like, doors open at 6, you get in at 5. and they walk you down. It's like a single file. Like you have to go to the restroom. You go to the restroom, but you lose your spot. It's a whole thing. But Olivia, we did get barricade, which is very shocking because Olivia's barricade, I'll put it right here. It's like so odd. It was so strange. And we knew exactly where we wanted to be because we went the night, like, we went separate. Me and my sister, by we, I mean me and my sister. We went like 2 different nights, but we knew exactly where to stand because we watched the whole show by ourselves. And we're like, okay, that's where I want to stand. And we agreed, like, as we were walking down. And then once we got in, they check your, like, security, just make sure you have, like, the glowing, it's like a number, I don't know. They just make sure you have the wristbands, you put your wristbands up, walk down there, and then once they, like, let you through, you just go and get your spot. People are running, whatever. But when me and my sister got there, no one was running. And we were like, okay, we'll just stand right here. And everyone, like, seemed to miss it, which was so weird, but we got pretty good, lucky. And I will, like, always, like, anytime I've been in pit, it's always a crazy experience. For Wallows, we decided to stay in the back. And they have a B stage, which is like a second stage. And once they walk through their crowd to go to the B stage. So we, like, it's a whole mess. But, yeah, I thought it was pretty funny how he would, like, Dylan will just, like, walk straight through the crowd, going to the B stage. And then me and my sister just, like, running around. Like, I remember, like, oh my god, that was so fun because we got a good, like, standing spot for B stage, and then they were leaving, and then we were like, okay, once they leave, we'll move up to the front because we were mainly standing in the back so we can get a good spot in B stage. And then once we did get a good spot, we're like, okay, now we're gonna book it to the main stage, and we just sprinted to the main stage, and then there's like a empty, like, I always say if it's like a straight, like, barricade, there's like no, like, stage present, like, stage, like whatever, like, not like Olivia's stage, always get the sides. I always say that from, like, the very beginning. Nessa Barrett, she went to the House of Blues, and me and my friend May, shout out to May, we went to see her at House of Blues, and we had early entry. We got a tote bag, walked in, there was so many people lined up. I was like, we're not gonna get barricade, we're not gonna get it. And we, luckily enough, we walked in, and their pit is, like, so low, like, you go downstairs, and then, like you're almost, like, shoulder length to, like, the stage, and then they're standing up there, which is crazy to me. But, no, we went, and we were like, should we just go up the stairs and, like, on this, like, it's like a side little, like, side stage, like, just this, like, so you see, like, from the curtain, like, coming on. And I was like, okay, let's just do that. And we did that. I literally touched Mrs. Bear's hand. And we did that, and we were like, we'll just stand here, whatever. People squeeze through. Yeah, there's people behind us, too. When I tell you guys, I touched Nessa Barrett's hand. My life stopped. Like, my life, I literally, like, flashes of, like, all my memory. I'm like, oh my god, like, I can die happily now. Like, this is crazy. But yeah, that was amazing concert. But yeah, for Wallows, me and my sister ran to the side, and luckily enough, Brayden was coming down the staircase, and I was like, he's not gonna come down those staircases, we're fine, we're chilling. And then all of a sudden, like, we hear him, like, are you having, like, I think, no, that was the wrong song. He did not sing the Bad String. I don't think he did that. He was not singing that song, but, he was coming down the stairs, and he, like, totally missed my sister by one person. If my sister had a sign up, because she had a sign that says, we met them before at the forum when we got the tickets, and they traded Sonny Angels, and my sister had a sign that said, trade a guitar pick for a Sonny Angel, and it would have been perfect, but, you know, she got missed, and we didn't have the sign out either, so because we weren't thinking, and there were people, like, behind us, it was, like, a whole thing, but yeah, it was a crazy thing. But I was like, you know what? We met them once. Like, half the, like, not even, like, a quarter of the people that were at the forum that night met them at the forum, like, a year ago. Like, not even that many people. So I was just like, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. But it was crazy experience. But, yeah. Right, to get into the next segment, it's going to be a little slow one because about 2 weeks ago, a former One Direction member, Liam Payne, had passed away. I'm a big One Direction fan, and everyone around me knows that. And to hear the news coming from my phone out of everyone that I know is crazy to me. I got a notification from an account on Twitter that is an honest account because he posts like upcoming like I don't know, just like concert. His name's Concert Leaks. I don't know her Concert Links on Twitter, but he posted it and I was like, this is so fake. Like, people post these things for fun. Like, they just say that. And I was getting out of the car with my sister. And when I got it, I was like, genuinely like, this, just shrugging it off. Like, this is not real. And then once I actually like started going to TMZ, I was literally shaking, like texting my phone, like, oh my god. And I was typing in TMZ. The first news article that came up was Liam Payne died at 32. Yeah, it was very hard week for me. I think the day afterwards or 2 days afterwards, I went to Conan Gray, and I was just not up for it because I was so sad. Like, it's a devastating thing for me to hear because they were my childhood. I obviously 2011 they went on X Factor, but 2012 is when I had my first One Direction backpack, and I was in first grade. And like everyone around me knew then, like I was a big One Direction fan. I don't know if it was first or second grade, but I had a birthday party, and it was One Direction themed. I'm telling you, everyone in my elementary school like knew, like my friends around me knew. I still was a big One Direction fan all the way up until middle school. I just didn't express it as much because people already knew that. Like, I didn't need to like brag about it or like whatever. And then COVID hit, and I was kind of, well, I will say when Harry came out with Watermelon Sugar, I started getting back into my Harry phase, and then I started learning Harry, and then from Harry I learned to One Direction. But I was like, I already know everything about One Direction. What else do I need to learn? But it was just kind of like a re-phase, I guess. I got back into it, and I don't know, during COVID, I was online and I would finish my classes and I go into my room with the LED lights on, watch my YouTube channels for Explore page, but it was literally all One Direction memories, whether that's from tour, whatever. I got the opportunity of seeing One Direction live twice, one of them being at the Rose Bowl, and I have these pictures on my digital camera that I always look back at because I always try to like, it's such an old digital camera, and I was probably like 5 or 6 taking these pictures, 6 or 7 maybe, and they're just like the most blurriest pictures ever because they're from the screen of the Rose Bowl. And I was little. I couldn't see. Like, I think my sister was standing on the chair and then she fell asleep. Like, we were young. We were very young Directioners from the beginning, and got the opportunity. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry right now. I got the opportunity to see Louis twice and Niall this past summer, and it was always a dream of mine to see the rest of them. To see the big five is what I would always say. And Zayn being on tour, we got tickets afterwards. We weren't planning on going just because it was like a couple nights and we were like, it's going to be impossible. We didn't even try, to be honest. But we just had some hope that he would be back, I guess. And Zayn, a week later, my mom bought us tickets and she texted me like this text and she's like, life is too short, It's so hard to like learn about his death and seeing it publicized all over the internet. As young as I was when I was in elementary school, that breaks my heart the most. And I don't know, I just want to know not just what happened, but like how it happened, the incident that it occurred. Like, it's just a strange thing to happen suddenly, And with him being at Niall's show like a couple days before his death was very odd to me, and I knew that something was wrong and something wasn't right with him. And I knew he was in rehab, but things, it's hard when you're a celebrity. It's hard. And all the hate that he was getting, yeah, I may not know like the side of it, like the story of it or whatever, but he was struggling a lot. And that's why I never really judged him for that, for his actions, because I knew how much he was hurting inside. And I knew the little boy that auditioned for the X Factor, that wasn't him. And this week, I think just got pronounced that he fainted and fell over the balcony, which is very hard to hear because it's like, he didn't want to die. Like, he didn't want that to happen. And it's just a lot to consider and to take down. And it hurts to still talk about, obviously. And the next day after his death, I had to go to work. And I was, like, literally so devastated. I did not want to go. But, not to say, like, in a happily way, but life moves on. And, oh my gosh, seeing each and every one of those boys post on their Instagram was so hard on me. It was, like, from hearing nothing about Zayn, hearing nothing from Harry. Harry and Zayn are not the most public people on the internet. And seeing both of them post something, it hurts so bad. And then seeing, his family reach out, his girlfriend at the time, like, oh, that was so hard. But yeah, I'm happy that he's getting not recognition, because that's not the right way of saying it, but like, people are now realizing how much he was struggling with, and I don't know, like, how much he was hurting inside. Because when you bully people, it, like, you never know what can happen. You never know what can happen to a person, and it just hurts. Oh my gosh, guys. All right. My next segment, it's gonna be like reviewing or talking about my experiences from concerts, but I kind of want to talk to you about my upcoming concerts, because there's a lot of concerts coming up, guys. And I'm probably just gonna give you some tips about my concerts, because a lot of people ask me, like, you're rich because you go to a lot of concerts, and I'm like, no, girl, like, you just need to know my life hacks. But these are my life hacks, and you are not gonna know. Okay, so this next segment, we're going to talk about how I get my tickets. I always purchase my tickets from Ticketmaster. No other site. I think my mom has used Game Time before, but Game Time doesn't give you, like, your actual barcode ticket until the, like, 24 hours before your show. I don't like that. Get it from Ticketmaster. Ticketmaster, I love so much. Number 2, know what your price limit is. If your price limits with fees is like $40, it's going to be a $20 ticket. So your fees end up being like twice the pay, technically. But yeah, fees on Ticketmaster can be crazy, but it's the most reliable source for you. And I feel like if it's giving you that, then honestly, just pay the fees, honestly. I've used AXS since I saw Sabrina like almost 2 years ago, and it's fine. I don't like it as much because you can't pick and choose your seats, like where you want to sit. But their fees, I believe, are a little bit less, because I think I got like Sabrina tickets for like $99.75, and I think with fees came out to like $101. I could be joking though, like I literally could be just joking. I don't know 100% sure, so don't take my word for that. Number 3, always get in the queue 15 to 10 minutes early. If it's a really highly like anticipated show, get there early. Just wait in that, like, no refresh, nothing. Just wait in the queue. It'll refresh on its own, and you just go in. Number 4 is once you get in, you kind of just go straight. Like, you have to know like where you want to stand. If you want pit, go straight to that pit. Like, you can see, like, it gives you, it's pretty self-explanatory. Like, you just get pit. It's really that hard. But if you want nosebleeds don't technically run out that quickly. I've seen it happen at the Forum very fast. The Sweat Tour, is a very big example. You know, I love Charlie and I love Troy before Brat Summer even came out. So y'all are fake. But I got my tickets. Fun fact. This is a fun fact. I got my tickets last year, November. And Brat Summer wasn't even out yet. So yeah. And those were like $75 maybe. But pretty good seats. Pretty good seats. But I brought them up because they had a very big line of queue and people. I was behind 40,000 people, guys. Like, that's not normal for the forum at all. And for some reason, they were going straight to, like, pit. And, like, also nosebleeds. Nosebleeds were, like, they would turn blue and then they would go straight into, like, regular, like disappear. I'm like, bro, are you for real? This is crazy right now. Number 5, just get your tickets. It's not that hard, honestly. People ask me, like, how do I get my tickets? I just do. I usually get nosebleeds, and I have a really good camera quality. That's it. Alright, that was a very lame segment, so I swear it's me better. I just didn't want to, like, ruin any surprises yet. But it'll be better, trust me on this, guys. Look out for new YouTube videos coming very, very soon. My last video just came out. It was a Get Ready With Me for a Concert, but it's Conan Gray edition. And that one was really fun to film. It was very, like, short because I just wasn't recording. Like, I forget to record sometimes. But I'm getting a new camera soon, guys. So look out for that. Sorry for all the cuts. I just want to say, like, I stutter a lot. It's a lot. It's a problem. But yeah. Episode 2 is gonna be top 5 breakup songs, and I'm putting it together a little playlist, hopefully. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching episode 1. This was Getting to Know Fangirl Chats. I'm your host Ariana, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.